Hello, this is Gerald Till van Was. Let's find out what the letters in loss, lose, and lost are referring to, because the method that I have here resumed here at the right are about the recognitioning positions and directions in a time and space context, how we can recognize these letters as directions to figure out what it is about. They direct us actually almost unconsciously to the right positions in a time and space context. We recognize them also as such in hearing, but you can associate them also as positions that you can visualize a little better. And that is my method about that. You can visualize this as well and recognize also what it means, where it directs to. So let's go and find out what these words actually mean when we follow the positions and the positions with its meaningfulness from that position onwards. It builds up in a logic that has geometrical, numerical, all kinds of associations that builds up this system in a 1, 2, 3 rule, 3 times 3 rule of orientation in space, time, or time-space context. And the letters that are in these words is basically just the L, the O, and the S from each of these categories. Why are there 3 categories? It's because the automated associations are done into a 1, 2, 3 rule, just as we have horizontal, vertical, and diagonal in space, and we figure out a point in space, we can have these horizontal, vertical, diagonal to find out the positions as quick as possible. And in the move, we also use these horizontal, vertical, and diagonal to have the changes, to follow up the changes. The follow-up of changes are related with time, and changes is the second category. And when it changes all the time, we will follow actually the performance itself in the last category. And from each category there is a letter, so it will express it also a bit differently. The basis of our understanding is our interpretation. So we interpret it, and when we have to deal with things that are different than what we are starting from, okay, then we need these time aspects. We go and develop a way to go towards the directions that are meant to it. And when it's really more thing that is different from our starting point, it's more like it's adapting itself, and we have to deal a lot with that adaptation to what is changing around us. We need that last category, but we start with our interpretation, and our interpretation starts from our starting points, of course, and the starting points are the first 9 letters in different positions, in different degrees, into 1, 2, 3 points, into 1, 2, 3 sorts of positions, but basically they are focusing upon one point because that's where we've tried to find out. And the L is there in the middle of that frame of orientation, and it tries to find out, yeah, what it is, what do we have here as starting point before us. The L, so into these rules that we have here, we have the 1, 2, 3 rule, so this is the second category, so it also has 2 points of orientation. These 2 points here also at the third position, so they are at the borders. You start from the middle, you go up here, it's at the border, so that's where the B is. The L is in the middle, so it's that's the area where things are forming, so it's in between. That's the area of the material. There the material is forming. So in 2 points, it's also about material that is forming itself. It is about the formations itself in 2 points. So what do we have? 1 middle point and 1 extra point. This extra point is, what do we notice that what is forming there? That's basically the position of L. Basically, when it goes from one middle point to that second point, I usually use this form to describe it, because it describes it actually quite well. From these 2 points connected together within the middle point is in that way presented quite well. So that's our point of reference. So we focus upon something that is forming before us. That's the L. All the words with L has that association. The O is from the second category, so we started from our viewpoint, but with the O we go towards the second degree of seeing the letters, recognizing the letters, and in that case we deal with what is different. We deal with an enhanced space, a different position, a different opinion. We deal with the other. So here the second figure comes in, and the O goes from our viewpoint, and it tries to enhance it so that we can reach actually all what is different at the other in this case. So that's where the O starts. It enhances space and time, focuses and see, okay, what's then different? What? Please show me with the O what is different, and it will look towards the other. So there must be something different, and it looks into it what it is, and what does it need it for. It needs time for it, so it will use time to reach the other and to see what is different. So in this case, I will have to enhance it so much that I can reach the other and see, okay, where shall I meet the point of where I started with something that I thought, okay, this is the thing, but it's actually, there is something about it that it will go towards the other. So I go from my viewpoint onwards, more and more towards the other. I have to break actually the point of the now moment where I can see, okay, I see the thing and that's there now immediately, it's immediately there, and I have it. I don't have it at this point because I have to breach my position from the now moment in O. The now moment also goes to the right moment. It's actually always in the adaptation in timing. It also always says there's something which is not there now. I have to go to that point where it is or where it has been changed. I at least look into it. What is different then? So in a way, the L, I lose it a bit already because it's not now. It's not just now. I have to breach my own space. I breach my own timing, the now. So it will not be at my place. It will be not at the now place and placement or in time. So still focusing upon on the timing that I go towards it. I have to see, and of course from my viewpoint onwards, I want to see where is it, and from the now point onwards as well, from the L at the now point as well, I have to look into it. What is different during when we involve a time process? Anyhow, it will say I need time for it. I will need time to figure that out, so that I will find the form and its localization as well. And I will need time to reach it where it is, or at some point with LO also what it is. In this case, it's O, it's about timing mostly. So what I will use it for and what I can use it for, and if I can use it as well at the same time. The S at that point is from the at that point of the solution where it will go to like, okay, what will I get as a result? The last letters are about the results. The S is about the last category is even further away than from the point of my vision, from the point of where I reach the other. It is even going beyond that. It's going towards the realm of everything what is possible at the edges. I experience S usually as an after effect, as I write it down, an extension, a feedback. I'm going towards the extended regions of the outer regions where there is the S. So I'm going to look even further beyond my viewpoint, beyond your viewpoint. I'm going to look for it. Where will I see it? Loss with just one S, it exists as a Dutch word. It's almost the same as lose in the way as lose end as well. Goes towards that extended region, and in a way, yeah, that's what it is. Loss. I'm having loose ends. Also, it have an extension. I will get a little bit of loose end of, so I'm losing it a little bit of it. It's becoming out of reach as well with the S. It's becoming out of my control anyhow. That's what the S is. I'm no longer in charge of pushing it forward. S is just feedback. It will say, it will decide itself what it will do with it. So I lose that control. That's the kind of loose end actually. Loss with a double S even enhances that even more. So you have the double S, 2 times the S. It will certainly be out of reach of its reactions. The reactions will certainly be something of its own. It will have its own reactions. It will do what it has to do. It will has its own effect, and that's the loss. It will do its own thing. That's what is expressed here. Lose with a double O with A at the end, it splits it even more into 2 positions, because the double O, 2 timings, 2 times checking, okay, what do I have, what do you have? It's comparing actually the different time frames and see what is the differences. Is more a focus upon the whole time process, what is going on and what is changing at that point as well. Also is used as a verb, of course. I'm losing it, and what is going on. It's there with this double O, with a focus on even more on that time process. So what's going on in the phases of what I'm checking up, what I'm checking from the things that need time, where I need time for to figure it out what is going on. Ooh itself as a sound, of course, also has that physical reference. Ooh down there in the physical sense is about what is in development and what is not in development. It's checking out actually all these elements which are incomplete, and which, in this case, not just incomplete, it is also getting out of reach. So the emphasis are slightly changed, but it's all about the same thing. And lost as a last word is also another option from the same visions, actually, with also a different emphasis. The T is down there in my system of order. It's about the basis of what I can recognize of what do I have, exactly what I have. Usually it's in that T position, in that crossed position in the physical realm, but it's of course has to follow the order of words, and usually it's there, but I have to replace it with the order of letters. I have to go to the last position from L to O to S, and there I will have the T position. The T position is the placement, and I place it at that point where I see, yes, it is becoming out of reach. So the exact point of localization, which is usually associated with T, in this case, is also becoming out of reach. And that's basically the explanation of these letter combinations. You can derive them from the scheme with its original positions of how you can understand the logical order better. And I hope I explained it well enough that it is understandable. There's some books to prepare you. There's a web page with previous videos. There's with a blog and an alphabetic list. There's a Facebook page as well where you can subscribe to, and of course this YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. Bye.